One Zambia, One Nation. It's a pleasure to be with you once more on Zanis News. I'm Alice Banda to be with you. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. Kagoro Rural Health Center gets new admission ward. 158 Namwala youths Lusaka bound for trade schools. Plus Samfia gets new service filling station. And now the news in detail. Katete Town Council, under its 2022 Mkaika Constituency Development Fund CDF, has constructed an 18 by 2 bed capacity admission ward worth 647,000 at Kagoro Rural Health Center. The admission ward has been constructed in place of the admission ward that was blown off in 2020 after a heavy downpour. Details in the following report.
Blown off in 2020, Kagoro Health Center had no admission ward, but now its story has changed as an admission ward has been constructed under the 2022 Mukaika Constituency Development Fund.
We've been currently having challenges when admitting clients because when we have clients that we are supposed to admit, we always have to refer. So with the coming in of this ward, the ones that were built under CDF, we are grateful to the government. The capacity of the new built ward is 18 patients in each ward.
The advantage yakuti all umuntu chitiwa admit for 1 day, 2 days iliko. Kuchira na kudala patenze na building kwanze ba admission yakuti ni 1 day, pesa maybe for some hours, and then what ma koku St. Francis yabwera ambulance yabwatenga muntu.
And the local authority highlighted the value of the facility.
The project was at a cost of about 647,000 kwacha, and the main reason why we had prioritized this project is because the health center lacks an admission ward. The admission ward that they had their roof blown off, so we prioritize this project because it's important for patients when they're admitted, for them to have a place to sleep, a place to stay.
Hope Walia, Katete District, Eastern Province.
The Zambia National Blood Transfusion Service team is in Southern Province to carry out blood donations from well-wishers. Blood Bank representative Dia Kumwenda says the team is collecting blood and actively expanding donor base in Pemba, Monze and Gwembe to meet the rising demand for blood transfusions in medical facilities. Details in this report.
Across Zambia, the need for safe blood transfusions is on the rise. Medical procedures demanding blood as a vital medicine have increased, creating a critical need for donors. To address this challenge, the Zambia National Blood Transfusion Service under the Ministry of Health is on the mission to collect blood and expand their donor base. Their team, led by the blood donor manager Dia Kumwenda, is reaching out to communities in Southern Province.
So we are out here in Southern Province where we are here to actually make arrangements for blood collection. We already have a team that is working in the province. They are already collecting blood, but we are also setting ground for upcoming activities starting next week going forward. We want to try and speak to the pronouncement that the President gave, which is selecting the blood service as one of the presidential priorities. So we have set a target for 400,000 units of blood.
The ZNBT's strategy is to engage local stakeholders. In Pemba, Mons and Gwembe, they have partnered with schools.
Orders like this time around, we are using means of education. So we go to the schools. The response is actually overwhelming. People are very much willing to actually come forward to donate blood, more especially the youths.
As schools, we are ready to assist the department in ensuring that there is smooth collection of blood.
The blood collection team's efforts are resonating with local leaders like Pemba District Commissioner.
As Pemba District, we would be happy to participate in the donations of the bloods as a district. So the idea is welcome, but I can rightly assure you that we're going to give you the maximum support which you may need in order for you to carry out this exercise.
Chintu Nangamba, Zanis, in Southern Province.
The Zambia National Building Society, ZNBS, intends to construct 236 housing units comprising high, medium, and low-cost houses in Kasima area of Mongo District in Western Province. The housing units are aimed at reducing the housing deficit in the country and will be built in liaison with the development partner Habitat for Humanity in Zambia. Ikachana Sindala has the rest of the story.
Decent housing is one of the basic social human needs that the country needs to address in order to develop. According to a survey carried out by the Zambia National Building Society ZNBS unit, mandated for mobilizing housing finance to invest in mortgage, the housing deficit for the country currently stands at 1.5 million. In this regard, ZNBS has come on board in Western Province to address the situation, and the government has since applauded this move.
One of the challenges that government or people face is that of housing, decent housing. As government, we've faced these challenges of housing. We've employed teachers twice now since we formed government, the nurses too. And I'm witness, I've been to my Nalikwanda constituency there, they're living in mud and poor houses. So I would want to extend to ZFBS, not only here in Mongo, consider also to go and get land there and build some. We would still want other corporate entities to come in and invest here in Mongo.
ZNBS project manager for housing development, Felix Mukonde, reviewed some of the major findings from the survey.
So according to our study, as I mentioned, Building Society were mandated for mobilizing housing finance to invest in mortgage in order to reduce the housing deficit. We discovered to say one of the biggest components is a population growth. The second, which we discovered, is the issue to do with land administration. Land administration and land rights, there are a lot of bureaucracy for someone to access the land. The third issue, which was identified, is the cost of material itself. The last point, but not the least, is also availability of financial institutions in the sector, which are able to offer affordable mortgage financing.
Habitats for Humanity Zambia policy and advocacy specialist Farai Shumba gave a brief on his institution and the workmanship with the locals in housing projects.
Habitat for Humanity Zambia is an international NGO focusing on affordable housing. And in this project, we have partnered with the Building Society to provide technical service in terms of the housing designs as well as the construction process, where we intend to work hand in hand with the local artisans to build these affordable housing in line with the Urban and Regional Planning Act.
Ikacha Nasindala, Zanis in Mongo, Western Province.
Namwala District has dispatched 158 youths to various trades training institutions in Lusaka under the 2024 Constituency Development Fund Skills Development Component. The youths, who have been drawn from the 4 chiefdoms in the district, are being sponsored at a cost of more than 1.7 million kwacha. Here is a report.
Namwala Town Council has dispatched 158 youths supported under the 2024 Youth and Skills Development to various trades training institutes in Lusaka to pursue different trade and skills courses. The 158 youths have been supported at a total cost of 1.7 million under the CDF Skills Development Component to pursue different courses in plumbing, electrical mechanics, tailoring, computer studies, and entrepreneurship, among other courses.
We have just dispatched 158 youths for skills training at Stafford Institute, Trades Institute in Lusaka for training various skills. This is under the sponsorship of 2024 CDF for a total amount of 1,797,600 750 kwacha.
The district administration is confident that the youths, once trained, will help mitigate the shortage of community skills in various sectors in the district.
Namwala, educate potential, maka na skills. Mama skills na mama skills. Manji maningi mungu awechita. Okay? Shikochi bantu alanda shikochi sheshi bapanga mnamwala. They are not enough. Manda sungantu watu yauza kamanda walanda mahi mabagla bas. Walanda ma bricklayers, ma plotting kwali manji mnamwala mono bantu walanda ma bricklayers, walanda ma tailors, walanda banji bulio. Things are going to change. When you don't government association to shilanda wama shivote.
The beneficiary youths are grateful for government for the gesture.
Ndumbaji bela ja CDF na new don government butu weha kuyagwiya ano ndabweha a CDF ndabweha kosi ya electrical so ndinka kurusaga kuyagwiya ndarumba maningi
ndia kuchitatera rini maybe ndia kurigwashako abana bangu aba family so ndarumba kuba new don government kuchikoro kubantora for free netukupatera rimari.
The CDF Skills Development is an initiative that will not only fill the skills gap in the community, but enhance self-reliance and promote the livelihood of youth in the district. Walinda PV reporting in Namola district of Southern Province.
The Department of Community Development is identifying and listing beneficiaries for the wetlands cropping program in Rufunsa district to mitigate the effects of the dry spell. District Community Development Officer Maureen Kavampi says the department has embarked on the exercise to alleviate the looming hunger situation at household level. More in this report.
Rufunsa district has not been spared by the dry spell that has affected most parts of the country. In response to President Hakainde Hichilema's declaration of the dry spell as a national disaster and an emergency, the Department of Community Development is implementing the wetlands cropping program to mitigate the impact of the looming hunger. Officers from the department in Rufunsa district are on the ground to identify and sensitize communities that have wetlands.
People will use this same land, which is already wet because it is along the riverbank. So we are sure that we'll get something. If they plant this time, we are going to harvest because the land is still wet, and it is a good gesture that people will need to use the inputs.
Rufunsa District Community Development Officer Maureen Kabampi now explains the concept of the program.
The prolonged dry spells, and as the Department of Community Development under the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, we have been mandated to implement emergency wetland cropping. This follows the declaration by the Republican President of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, that the country, all those areas that were affected by drought should be declared as a national disaster and an emergency. This program is to ensure that each household and that have water bodies, that have dump areas, cultivate and have food to ensure food security in their households, and to also assist other communities, surrounding communities that are not able to benefit from the program.
The identified beneficiaries are happy with the initiative by the government.
Boma yatikumbukirako minda mambwera kuno tili nayo yambiri yakuti akatithandiza akatiyavya tingathandizike.
Yamikira boma iyi amene yatiyanganapo ise pa programu yamene yabwera kuti tivale manzi.
Ntokoza pa boma potiganizire anthu amene tinkhala mbali mwa manzi. Pachilala chabwera ichi chikulu chamene chaononga milisi yonse. Then potiganizira kuti pasako mbewu na fertilizer kuti tilime futi milisi ya number 2.
The beneficiaries have also appealed to government to consider giving them irrigation equipment so that they can continue with this program throughout the year.
President pa program ene matiletera yokuti so tipemba tu akatipasako ka machine tingachilire malo yakulu titasolvinga problem pa nyumba.
So ngati boma yatithandizira ninchi tingankhala chokondwa kuti njala ichepeko yamene yatichitikira.
Reporting for Zanis in Rufunsa district, I am Msekiwa Ntembe.
And in Central Province, Senior Chief Shakumbila of the Sala people of Shibuyunji and Mumbo district has appealed to mining investors to take development to places where they are operating from. The traditional leader says that facilities set up from corporate social responsibility have provided a good working environment for the traders and aged investors in his chiefdom to ensure they take development to the area. Details in this report.
Senior Chief Shakumbila of the Sala-speaking people of Shibuyunji and Mumbwa districts has conducted an inspection of the solar borehole fitted with a 10,000-liter capacity tank and 2x7 ablution compartments constructed by X-Point Investment Limited at Shamukombo Market. The traditional leader has reminded mining companies in his chiefdom to prioritize the needs of the local community if they are to foster good working relationship in the area.
I have all the powers to do anything. This is my chiefdom. I don't wait for anybody to come and tell me what to do. I try to on my own because I want my people to enjoy the benefits of the minerals we have in here. There is no place where you find the body the way it is here. You can go around Zambia. You are the gold kings here. That's why I've seen all these companies coming hovering around. Do what we want you to do.
X-Point Investment Limited Operations Manager Elton Kapapa has said the donation of the sanitation facilities is intended to promote cleanliness at the trading site.
There was literally no good sanitation when we came here. Even water system, clean drinking water. There was no clean drinking water. We thought we could also facilitate and give back to the community. We are appreciating what the community has done for us and helping the agenda of the country in development and giving back to the communities and bringing improvement and development to the communities.
Mumbwa Town Council Chairperson Charlie Masumo has appreciated the investment in sanitation infrastructure at Shamukombo Market.
So this investment will definitely go a long way. Also initially you see we had a lot of diseases here, like cholera and some other diseases, because the water recirculation system was bad. So with this investment, definitely our people will be saved from various diseases.
Kugasyankulu, Zanis, Mumbwa.
Puma Energy Zambia, one of the leading oil marketing companies in the country, has opened another filling station in Samfya district of Luapula province. The station is part of Puma Energy's broader rural station program for Zambia aimed at improving access to energy in rural parts of the country. Esther Banda has the details.
Barely 7 months after opening a service station in Chifunabuli district in Luapula province, Puma Energy Zambia has opened another filling station in Samfya district in Luapula province. Samfya District Administration Officer Shola Kanonka said the filling station will boost economic activities in the district.
Of Puma, I think we are safe now. I think even economically everything is running smoothly. And we have never even experienced the shortage of fuel since the coming of Puma. Samfya, as you may be aware, that it's one of the districts in the Northern Circuit which has been declared as a tourist district. And we are receiving a lot of tourists, being local and foreign, and all those who are passing, who are coming into Luapula. It's an entry point. So, as a tourist town, we can say that coming of Puma here, I think it has helped a lot even to promote tourism. Because we are assured that all those who are traveling into and out of Samfya, they are not lacking in terms of fuel when they are in Samfya.
Puma Energy Retail Station Manager Clement Mwale says the station has so far received overwhelming response from residents.
The response has been overwhelming from the local people. They are very excited about Puma coming to Samfya district. Before that, they used to travel all the way from here to, there's about 10 to 11 kilometers. With Puma coming here, it has reduced the cost of doing business to the local people, and we've also employed local people, and these are direct employment.
The business community has praised Puma Energy for the filling station.
It will have a great impact in the sense that fuel is readily available, and it is readily available, and it's all the times there, and it's near to the community, especially the business community, those motorists and those of us that travel from here to other places. So it's easy to plan, it's easy to acquire, it's easy to make effective movements within the community and within the tourist destination of Samfya. And we feel the impact will be quite positive, and we love it that way.
Esther Banda, reporting for Zanis News in Samfya District.
In other news, the Department of Child Development in Bala District is working to revive the District Child Protection Committee in the district. District officials are holding sensitization meetings to enlighten community members on the terms of reference and the enacted Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022. Mbala Residence Magistrate Kennedy Nkundwe has since described the Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022 as progressive. Here is a report.
Children are vulnerable to different forms of abuse, and as such, government is doing everything possible to protect them in order for them to enjoy their childhood and grow into responsible adults. The Department of Child Development was in Mbala District to revive the District Child Protection Committee and enlighten them on the terms of reference and the enacted Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022.
After you have been trained, we need to see heightened child safeguarding. We need to see heightened child protection within Bala. We do not want to hear many cases of children being married before the age of 18, because this law that we have come to discuss prohibits child marriages.
And Mbala resident magistrate Kennedy Nkundwe has described the Children's Code Act as progressive.
It's quite progressive. There are a lot of provisions that have really come in to protect the interests of the child. And now it is also a requirement that each time a child is appearing in court, it must be represented. Okay, and also it has brought in, of course, there are a lot of silent features. There's also another issue of a child-friendly court. I think it's very progressive. I really endorse that one. A court environment is quite intimidating in itself. Even adults really get so much intimidated, such that even if somebody wanted to say something, because of the environment that is not very friendly, they would end up perhaps even just incriminating themselves.
Earlier, the Department of Child Development paid a courtesy call on Mbala District Commissioner Justus Kazwe at his office.
Most of the officers who were trained were transferred, and there is need to train other officers so that at least those committees will continue protecting our children.
Helen Bwalia for Zanis in Mbala, Northern Province.
Itezi community radio station has started broadcasting digitally after accessing a 200,000 kwacha loan from the Constituency Development Fund CDF. More in the following report.
Itezi radio station in Itezi district has gone digital. The Constituency Development Fund loan has funded the installation of the digital transmission infrastructure for the benefit of the community. By bringing it to a digital signal, the radio station is now able to stay accessible to its listeners. General Shimala is the board chairperson for Itezi Community Radio Station.
Digital migration was a government policy that all radio stations and TV stations should have migrated to digital, I think, sometime in 2019. However, due to lack of funding, the radio station delayed in complying with this government policy. But with the arrival of CDF, the radio station managed to apply for a loan from CDF, and this loan that managed to migrate the station from analog to digital.
Meanwhile, Iteji Council chairperson says digitalization of the radio station will improve information dissemination.
Now with this digital system that has come at a tune of 200,000 kwacha to ITT radio station, it means that now we're going to actually reach more areas and actually sensitize the people of Iteji on what the government is doing for them.
Community members have thanked the government for funding the radio station.
Radio yatu niona kuti inali na ma problems yambiri kumbuyo huku. Nali kuchita pena pamene mufuno mverera nkani ndiye pamene izima. So mkuenda kwa masiku na boromvera kuti radio yatu government ya funding. Monga community member tinankala bantu kokondwera maningi.
Frederick Mwansa, Zanis, Iteji.
The Zambia Information and Technology Authority ZICTA Copperbelt Regional Officer Christabel Langamo has urged the general public to avoid putting personal information on social media platforms as a way to protect themselves from cyber crimes. Ms. Langamo says most people are always putting personal information on their social media platforms, which is a major cause of cyber crimes. Details in the following report.
A woman came through to my house trying to offer me a fake loan. Luckily, I discovered she was a scammer. Such people want to get your personal details so that they can rob you.
Christabel Chisenga narrates how she was almost scammed by would-be scammers at her residence in Ndola district. Today, she tells a story and wants people to be aware of scammers in society. The Zambia Information Communication Technology Authority, ZICTA, is also on course to ensure residents are also sensitized on how to protect themselves from scammers.
So I think today was a great success, especially having had full and active participation from the audience, specifically the persons with disability, because remember, ICT is about inclusion. Everybody should be included and we should move at the same pace. So if they can come for these meetings and ask the questions and understand what are scams, where do we report, how do we mitigate and minimize the impact of these things. So we are emphasizing that at any given point, people should have this information at their fingertips. That is why we've gone the route of working people at the grassroots, through the district commissioners, through local community radio stations, because this is where the information flows.
The Ndola residents are happy with the information received.
Inform as many people about various ways of protecting ourselves from being scammed. As a people have been losing a lot of money through a lot of schemes that people are using to try and get money out of hardworking people. So from this workshop, we make sure that a lot of this news gets to a lot of people that we work with, those that we interact with, so that they may know the various ways of protecting themselves from the scam.
Nelly Bota reporting for Zanis in Ndola.
As we end the news, we have a recap of stories that made headlines. Kagoro Rural Health Center gets new admission ward. 158 Namwala youths Lusaka bound for trade schools. Plus, Samfya gets new service filling station. On behalf of the entire newsroom and Zanis production team, I'm Alice Banda saying goodbye and God bless you.